In this video, we're going to give you some advice on how to judge your advert or judge any advertising. First up, we need to appreciate that advertising is unearned media. It's bought and paid for. And the people you seek to reach know it. They're suspicious, they're inundated, they're exhausted. You didn't pay the recipient to run the ad, but you want the recipient to pay you with their attention. The harsh reality is, if you expect the audience to give you 30 seconds of their time, you have to give them something in return. Some humour, entertainment, introspection, inspiration, or insights. They say your marketing should be a reflection of your brand's personality. So what is your brand's personality? How do you want your brand to be perceived? Let me recite a personality type to you. An inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, a lack of empathy for others, only talks about themselves, think they're everything to everyone. Now, did I just describe a narcissist, or was I talking about the majority of advertisers that we come across? Is that the personality you want to convey about your brand? Remember, most advertising is avoided, ignored, or untrusted. That's because most adverts are terrible. Standing out is not that hard, especially if you follow these rules. So here's a simple little scorecard test you can use to see if your advert is following the rules of success. Can you give affirmative answers to these first three questions? Did the start of your advert generate a lean-in effect? Does it make the listener curious, wondering what this message is about? Secondly, does the start of your advert create a vivid first mental image? Were you able to see the scene or a picture in your mind's eye? And then did that first mental image link well to what the advert was about? Does it send you off on the wrong tangent, or does it get you to visualize a relevant image? Now, answering these next two questions should be obvious. What is the one thing the advert is communicating? And the second part of that, is that one thing presented as a compelling point of difference? Is the reason they're giving you to choose them a good enough one for you to want to pick them? Now let's judge how the advert finishes. Does the advert finish with a singular and straightforward call to action? Does it make it obvious for you to know what to do next with the information they've given you? Can you picture the suggested action? Is it easy enough for you to see yourself doing what needs to happen next? Now, when you review the advert, can you describe the before state customer, or who that would be for this business? What problem would they be experiencing, and what are they most likely feeling? And the second part of that is, what is the after state offering? How should the customer expect to feel? Did the advert make you think what it may feel like to have this problem solved? Okay, so here are the four critical questions that are so important that are done well. First up, was there skillful use of the word you? Listen again and see if and how the word you is used in the advert. Was it used in a way that made the message relevant to you, the listener? Secondly, did the message come from the real world, or was it just an advert? Was it a real scene, a real conversation, something that truly exists in the real world, or was it just somebody reading a piece of paper telling you to go to a business? If it's just an advert, it'll be ignored. We ignore ads. Your message has to be a non-ad. It has to be a scene from the real world. Thirdly, are the claims made in your advert specific, believable, and substantiated? Is there proof offered? Do you have reasons to believe the claims? Do you trust the message? Finally, is the advert made with a framework that can be continued? Can the scenario, the characters, the theme, the idea be evolved into future adverts? Remember the importance of consistency. Judge your advert by these criteria, and if you feel confident you've achieved each objective, then you can be excited that you will have a message that's going to generate a significant return on investment. And after all, isn't that what it's all about?